Hi, Demelza. How lovely to see you. And it's great to reconnect because we've been wondering what you've been doing. Because Demelza, I'm delighted, everyone, to introduce Demelza Newlove to you, or Major Newlove, as she is called by her work associates at the moment, although she'll have to drop that when she's back on property. However, she has been seconded back into the Army Reserve full-time to help manage the COVID crisis, which is fascinating because we were having a general chat yesterday and she said, whereas family and friends like even me would be whinging about COVID, she said it's refreshing to go to work with the Army, who they will just accept the rules and just say, good. So tell us a bit more about your experience.
Yeah, so I've been working from home a lot of the time. COVID has affected different segments of our population in different ways, and we've got a lot of Army Reserve members who their civilian employer went bust. A lot of people in hospitality especially, and they're actually able to work full-time in the Army Reserve now on helping the Victorian government on Operation COVID Assist.
Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't realise that, that people have actually stepped into full-time roles because of their association previously with the reserve. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I've been working from home. This has been my view. It's not too terrible. And as you said, I do go into the office at least once a week, and I am surrounded by people who do accept authority, even if they don't necessarily like the rules sometimes. And those people also have a fair amount of discipline, self-discipline. So you probably wouldn't stick around if you didn't like authority and self-discipline. So I'm quite fortunate. There are people that are working very long hours that's making them fatigued, and it's like any normal workplace where people are fatigued and they get tired, and everyone needs to pull together, support each other, and keep that attention to detail as well, because there's been more than 2,000 people just assisting in Victoria.
That's amazing. It's extraordinary.
Yeah, and so my job has been to help them train up to get ready for the job, so that we don't have that kind of problems that VicGov had with hotel security, for example.
Yes, they should have called you earlier, shouldn't they? Yes, indeed. Well done. No, and it's fascinating to see the different responses. But I'm grateful to hear that people who didn't have work were able to step up. That's a beautiful thing. I love that. And I love that I've dealt with a lot of people who've worked with you, helping them with loans. And I love the way they feel part, they often say to me, they feel part of something bigger than themselves, and they love contributing to our country, which is great. It's beautiful to deal with them because they're all gorgeous. They're all lovely people and really solid. It's awesome.
I was full-time Army for more than 10 years, and the skills that I learnt over that time I'm re-employing now, but it's also the same skills that I brought to my role with the property education company, and that to do some mission analysis about what someone's life goals and financial goals are. And then we work through a bit of a step. They don't realise that I'm doing the mission analysis on them. But we talk about what's really important for them, and then talk about what sort of courses of action and options are open to them, and what are the pros and cons of those different courses of action.
So that's so vital for when you're trying to design. People often come to us with no idea about where to start with property investing or why they're doing what they're doing. They've just thought it was a good idea. And it's a great thing to be actually apply those mission analysis skills. That's what you're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And the other thing is how to avoid the landmines that are out there in buying property, because I've bought this much property myself, and then I've helped others buy them. And I'm now working in your office with the lawyers downstairs. We see what the pitfalls are, and we really want to protect our clients from those sort of landmines and navigate around them. And when they do come against an obstacle, there's a way to get over it, around it, or under it, and we help them through that, because obstacles are a normal part of life.
Yes.
No one has it easy all the time, and it's good to have someone who's either been there or can help hold your hand, who's got your back, who's got your six, who's looking out for you when you're looking ahead.
Yeah, that's great. Great advice. Oh, well, we can't wait to have you back helping clients do more, because it's great having someone who's dedicated to the research side and the actual coaching side. Because people love having a coach. Everyone needs a coach, someone to talk to and share those sort of things. But you need more than just someone who's maybe done it before. You need someone who actually has some analytical skills, which you do.
And, throughout my time, especially in the Army, I work with really clever people. They're smart. We've trained them well. They've been selected and then they go on forward. But if they haven't been taught about finances, then you just don't know what you don't know until you work in that area. Yeah.
How right you are. Oh, well. Any final tips to share with people before you go?
My experience, my really big learning point about leaving the Army is about what markets do and market equilibrium and supply and demand. And in Victoria, there's, with the restrictions of viewing of houses, we're just seeing now that they're open, the market is opening up. First home owners who still have a job in those essential workers, they are very busy in this market. And we see a lot more in regional Australia as well. My sister's buying there at the moment. So, I wouldn't put my family member or any of my clients into a place where I didn't feel 100% confident that they were going to be set up well for their future goals.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, thank you. Well, lovely to catch up and keep fighting the good fight against COVID and protecting us Victorians with you. I'm thrilled that the Army's taken over and using their proper skills.
Yeah, well, Victorian COVID numbers are on their way down, so they won't be needing me anymore.
You're with us. Good to hear. Thanks, Demelza. Thanks for calling.
Bye.